Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of the Walk the Dog podcast. Matt Mullins has to work today, so we have Philly J Toilet Circle in the host seat.
Tragic. Having to work. That's the worst.
Oh,
What do you got there? Is that a pumpkin spice?
that's kind of some burnt coffee. It's just coffee.
Just just coffee? No
Just
flavor? Raw dog in it?
Monroe straight black.
All right, I can get down with that.
But it's kind of burnt. So,
When I used to work in the office, I'd get free Starbucks, just basic drinks, but I would always just get an iced coffee and just drink it straight up black.
yeah.
Even like in the winter, and I was living in Boston, so it's like it'd be like 20 degrees out and I'm coming in and just getting a fat iced coffee.
Because you didn't like it hot or
Yeah, I just didn't like it hot.
Hmm.
And I don't know. It was just like I enjoyed it well enough without putting like cream or anything in.
I don't know that I actually like the taste. Um, but you definitely, I don't know how long you can survive if you're putting creamer in your coffee because that I don't even know what that is. Um, Milk doesn't do it for me. Every once in a while I'll sprinkle in some stevia in my French press when I'm brewing it. Um, but mostly I think I just enjoy the idea of having a hot coffee when I'm getting on the grind.
Well, now I like need hot coffee in the cold months because like I'm up in the morning, I go outside in the cold for like an hour and I need something hot to warm me back up.
Yeah, I mean, it is better in the cold atmosphere. Cold morning, you go out, you check on your animals. I go out, I walk around the pond, just in sipping a coffee, just me and the nature. Could be the move. Is
Could
the
be
move. Um, yeah, I don't know where we go from there, but welcome to the DogCast. And this is where we talk about things in the yo-yo world and non-yo-yo world.
sometimes more of one, sometimes more of the other.
Um, do you have a sponsor for the podcast?
Yeah, I do have a sponsor for the podcast. Our lovely friend Brandon, Mr. Dabs, is looking for an AL7 Nebula Life.
Oh,
Not a lot of those floating around. I guess he had one in the past, sold it,
what
and
a
now
mistake.
would like to reacquire one
I wonder if
to go with his collection of wild Nebula style colorways.
does he have all the nebulas?
I don't think he has all the nebulas, but he has a good subset of like a lot of his customs are reminiscent of
Yeah.
Nebula. Um,
Oh, the Jackson
Actually, two
Nebula
of the
is so
nebulas that
good.
I have, I got from Dabs.
What do you have?
So I have the Nessie, Tsunami, and Jackal, and the Tsunami and Jackal I had gotten from Dabs.
And the Jackal is unbeatable. I was just looking at it. I was trying to see if I had listed how many were made for the AL7 Life, but I can't seem to find it on the
Well, so I
GTR.
don't remember if it was AL7 or the regular like AL6, but like that first kind of store drop of nebulas where it was the lives and respawns, I think there was like eight of each.
That could be correct if I would have ordered 10 or 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so the AL7 18 passed QC,
Okay. So that must have been like subsequent.
but that's been a while. I scrolled for a long time to find that. That's from December 2nd of 2021.
Yeah.
So we're going up on what, 4 years? A lot of those will disappear into forever homes.
Yeah. What's his name? Sam's got the full nebula set.
Sam is awesome. Like
I think he also has the full reverse Rainbow Road set too.
if you're gonna fight somebody and you get their G2 collection, Sam might be a good choice. He
Yeah,
has
but
every single G2.
I feel like Sam could hold his own.
Well, I mean, if you're going for purely collection, are you going to make that real?
The one I sent to you and Matt with me like
No,
being,
the fight one.
oh, uh, yeah, I could make it for some
Well,
discussions.
okay. I was going to have the discussion right now. If
Yeah.
you want to have that discussion right now.
I
All right.
mean,
So
I don't
here's
know who I would fight, but
well, we're going to find out.
it's
So here's the
it's a good
question.
concept.
If you can fight anybody in the world, you get to pick. They have to fight you. If you beat them, you get
Their
their
yo-yo
G2
collection?
collection, their yo-yo collection. The original idea came from you get their money. So like you'd find somebody that was like rich enough, but you knew you could beat up.
Yeah.
You get
The
their
guy
money.
in the original video was saying how he was going to fight Clint Eastwood because Clint Eastwood is 95 years old and worth $400 million. dollars.
But I think Clint Eastwood could still get you.
95?
Dude,
That's
Clint
so
Eastwood's a
old.
bad man.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you kind of got to you got to do a little bit of a cost benefit analysis about if you could actually win versus
Yeah.
how good their collection is. And
But
it gets to a point where like you're gonna risk it more for that better collection. And Sam's got one of those collections, even though he'd probably still whoop on me.
Sam has a good chance of whooping on you. So you might have to shoot a little lower. I'm trying to think like I don't want to fight anybody, right? I never fought
Right.
anybody. Let's assume that this is like a sanctioned boxing event. So you're gonna have to
Yeah.
box them.
Okay.
All right. So it's not a fight to the death. You're gonna box them, points. Um, so I'm trying to think who's got a good collection that would fill in needs that I have. I have a solid collection, so I'm probably on a lot of people's list of who they're gonna.
Yeah, maybe I'll just drive to Canton and square up with you.
I think you're going down, dude. Be like
Probably.
that hot dog eating contest. I'll wipe the floor with
Yeah.
you again.
Yeah, you might have people lining up to fight you on this one.
I
Because
got
you
so
got
many
some,
plays. This is yeah, I don't have anybody in mind. I should have had somebody in mind before I discussed this. So yo-yo
well, see, it's
collection.
it's
Who am I
tough
gonna
because you
fight?
don't want to like list a specific person and then it's like implying that you think you could kick their ass in a fight.
Well, I think I like all right, we had Sam. We were talking about Sam. I don't know that Sam has a lot of things that I need. Right. It's good. It's a perfect candidate because you have the whole G2 library if you take him out. So I think I could beat Sam up if I needed to, but I don't think that's where I'm going to go for the collection. I think I'm going Brad Dumas.
Dude, Brad's got a crazy collection.
Yes, he has a better collection than I have, and I'm just going to assume that, when push comes to shove, I can take him down.
I see. I also feel like Brad would probably whoop on me.
So you're going to have to start looking for a kid.
Yeah, I need a kid with a
So like
crazy
Grant or Yo-Yo
collection.
Nicholas.
Yup.
Um,
Because otherwise,
yeah.
I'm getting punked.
Who else got a good collection over there?
Or like an a really old person.
Like, I don't think that anybody that old has a sweet yo-yo collection.
Yeah, that's the tough part.
Like, you think you could take Steve Brown?
No.
Yeah, neither do I. So there's a like a historic yo-yo collection or like who Dr. Lucky, what's Lucky's name?
I
Yo-Yo
don't know her name.
Dr. Lucky, he just has like the hugest yo-yo collection, like maybe number one in the Guinness World Record. Doc Lucky.
What are their names? Yo-Yo Brothers.
Yo-Yo Brothers, he
All
stopped
of them,
collecting, but
one versus three or whatever. Because it's three brothers, right?
well, it's three brothers, but it's the dad's collection. So I think you just had to take out the dad, Matt. But he's big. He's going to take you. He's from the
Yeah,
South.
well,
He's taller than me. Um, yeah, how tall are you?
5'9".
So we need five, what, like 5'9", 150?
Yeah,
Dude, I don't think you're beating anybody in a fight.
I don't know. I got
But
that
you
farm
have farm
strength.
strength. That's what I was just about to say. There's some farm strength and, farm strength, Amish strength, like working strength is very different than gym strength. It is way more
I'm
functional.
like wrangling around like 200, 250 pound sheep and stuff.
You tossing them bales of hay?
Yeah, I do toss
You,
bales of hay.
you
I
carry heavy
flip the big
buckets?
ones that weigh
Dude,
like five, 500 pounds,
like, isn't it literally like a World Strongman thing is like the farmer's walk or something?
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like serious farm strength over here. We have to find somebody for you. So I'm taking, who did I say? I'm taking out Brad.
It'll be like, dude, it'll be like that thing at Worlds where they were yo-yo battling for pink slips, but it's just fighting.
It's a boxing match for your yo-yo collection.
Let's do it. G2 Meetup Fight Club, but we're not going to talk about it.
You have
That's the
to, you
first
got to
rule.
pick somebody. You have to call somebody out that you're going to beat in the fight.
Right after you.
I
I'll
did. I
call
took
somebody
Brad
up.
Dumas.
All right.
Mediocre.
That's for clarification, that's his username, not his quality.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta go with like just for the collection, I gotta go with Sam,
You're
even
going
though
for
I feel
Sam.
like he would also beat me up because he also has farm strength.
I think you might have to just go Brad too. I don't know how tall Brad is, but he's up. He's got the Boston twang. You guys can just meet up out there. Um,
He lives near Boston. I thought he was in like one
he
of the
has the
Carolinas or
northeast
something.
northeast accent. He's not near. He's not that far from Boston, but he's not in
Wow,
Boston.
I'm gonna have to talk to him then.
Hmm. I mean, do you want Mullen's Goose Collection?
No.
Okay. I would like.
See, like for me, I would want like the Nebula collection.
Okay.
Nobody has a better herdsman collection than me, so I'm like squared away there. And I'm pretty sure that Dabs is like over 6 feet tall, so
Gabs is very big. Um, yeah, he's like 6'2". So, and I don't know Sam's specs, and they're probably not in freedom units.
yeah. How many centimeters is your reach, Sam? How many kilograms do you weigh?
Yeah, no luck doing that translation. All right, you're taking Sam, I'm taking Brad. I'll set it up and see if they're interested.
Yeah. We'll fly Sam out. Everybody's meeting up at G2 HQ and we're just gonna fight in the
We're
garage.
gonna have it in my backyard.
Yeah, we'll set up a ring.
Pat, gloves and helmets. All right. We wanted to talk about material of yo-yos today, which we should have led with because now there's three of you left, and we're glad you're here, and we'll talk a little bit of yo-yo talk. But materials, what did you want to know about materials?
So I feel like I was wondering what your favorite like material to like make yo-yos with
Hmm.
and also play with, but then like what are the pros and cons and challenges that come with some of these other materials? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Like obviously aluminum is the standard, but you've made fully titanium, fully stainless steel. There
mhm.
was the Ghost, stuff like that.
Yeah. So my
Plated
favorite
yo-yos.
My favorite personally is just 6061 aluminum, and that is because I like the ability. It's a little bit softer. You can blast it to my preference a little bit better, and it takes anodizing better than 7068. So for overall play experience and fits the like what I like to do with anodizing, 6061. 7068 is probably my favorite to design with because you can go thinner on the walls, and even though it's a more dense aluminum, you can make a yo-yo that's the same as the 6061 and it's actually lighter. So you can I like light yo-yos. You can manipulate 6061 or 7068 a little bit more than you can 6061.
Is 7068 what AL7 denotes? Or is that
AL7 7068
7075?
or 7075. It's just the AL7 series, which those
Got it.
are for the most part the same. 68 is not like a um, regulated the same way that 7075 is. So I recently had that issue where they changed the supplier of the 7068, and then we had anodizing issues because the prior 7068 had a different amount of one of the elements in it than the new 7068 because it's not regulated to a specific percentages for 7068 like the other ones are. So that is probably confusing. But 7075 is even harder to anodize. But yeah, AL7 is just a usually a 7 series aluminum. Play wise, like I said, you can design a little bit more specific with the 7068 or 7075. People talk durability. It's a little bit harder if you ding it, but in all honesty, if you ding it, it's gonna ding. And it's just a marketing point. Um, I don't think there's enough difference that you should be worried about what the material of the actual yo-yo is. Titanium is also really fun to design with because
How
of how
thin you can
thin
get
you
with it.
can go. And then, so like the T52, that was fun because it has a fat titanium rim on it to give you a softer, rounder, like larger feel than you can get with the stainless steel. But the titanium downfall is just purely the cost to machine and cost of the raw titanium. But so 6061 is my favorite. 7068 is probably next just because of my ability to design a little bit more in detail with it.
That makes
That was
sense.
your first question.
Yeah.
What was your second question? The ghost?
Um, well, they're all kind of related. Like just the first question was like what your favorites were,
Hmm.
and then second part of it was like pros or cons or challenges from the different materials that like
Okay. Which I think I
so
mostly
obviously
put
the
in.
challenge with titanium is that it's more expensive and you're more limited with the anodization availability on it.
Yeah, you can get interesting anodizing if you want with titanium, especially if you get a custom anodizer. Um, because you can mask it the same way you do with aluminum. But titanium is it's really a lot of it is the cost to machine for materials and then what you have to sell it at. So you really limit how many customers you're marketing to. Um, so you have to factor all that in when you're going to make a titanium yo-yo. So titaniums I usually like to do once or twice. I do really enjoy them. I just know that the market for them is smaller, so I can't do a ton of them.
Do they have like a higher B grade rate or anything? Like I
No,
feel
it
like
usually just comes down to
the
actual
design.
specific design usually. And usually if you're not doing crazy anodes on it, that usually helps. Once you start building the layer with different colors of anodizing, you start hitting those B grades more often, along with design matters.
Mhm.
Plastics. Teflon
Plastics.
was
Yep.
Teflon Ghost was fun but stupid.
It
Um,
was just really soft.
right. So it was a machinable plastic that then was very grindable. But it was very soft as soon as you hit it on anything. It was like a bar of soap.
Yeah.
Um, and then if you tightened it too hard, you were going to strip out the hub.
I got a pretty fat ding on mine, and that was pretty vibey after that. But before that, like it did play really well.
And then I
And
would
like
say
you said, it would just sit there on your finger and grind.
yeah, well, PTFE, which is the same material as Teflon, it's kind of like tissue paper and Kleenex. So Teflon is a specific PTFE.
Oh, really? Teflon's a brand?
Yeah. Or maybe it's like one adjustment of the chemical, but it's more so my understanding it's just the brand Teflon, um, similar to
Hmm.
Kleenex.
Or Frisbee?
Yeah. Because what is it actually called? A flying disc?
Flying disc.
Yeah. So then Frisbee was the most popular brand, became that product is a Frisbee. So that's similar to Teflon and PTFE. The Ghost V2 prototype.
So that
Played one?
one's got a stainless steel ring in it.
Aluminum. Aluminum
Aluminum.
hub, polycarb body, aluminum rim.
Machined polycarb.
Yes. And that's probably one of my favorite playing plastics. The part of the issue there when you get plastics like that. So that is an aluminum hub, plastic body, aluminum rings. So you have a lot of machining, three different things you're machining, three different parts, and then anodizing two of those three. So by the time you do all of that, you get to the point where you're making the same cost as an aluminum yo-yo. And the retail price of what people expect for a hybrid is much lower than a aluminum yo-yo. So that's kind of on the back burner along with the fact that like to get even decent pricing on that, I have to make a boatload. So that is a big capital sink for a small brand. It's very hard to do. So I don't know. I don't want to do any more pre-orders right now. That seems to be probably a way to go. So you raise part of that capital with the pre-order deposits. Um, but I don't
That
know.
makes sense.
Just
Second
depends on.
sponsor of today's podcast, Toilet Circle, told me he's looking for a Ghost V2. So if anyone's got one of those that they wouldn't
You
mind
just let them
parting
try it.
with,
I think there was only 10 of them, so I don't know.
yeah.
I think I sold them all. Um,
But no, I like hybrids like that too. I had one back in the day, two two sick en passant, and I didn't know at the time that plastic shrinks much more in the cold than the ring would. So I was yo-yoing outside on my lunch break in the winter, and the ring
yeah,
popped off, and yeah, I thought I ruined it, but it just popped right back on. And
that's
then
better
after
than
that,
getting
I
it
didn't.
and then it cracking.
Yeah, well, I didn't have any cracking issue, but after that, I didn't use it outside in the winter anymore.
Yeah,
But
where did you
I
get
do
your car?
like the hybrid style, like that clear with the silver ring is really cool, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, so and then the Ghost I was going to G2Is obviously. So you're going to have combos of different hub and then special anodized rings, and that's where it became, well, it's not a $50 hybrid, it's a $85 hybrid, and how do people react to an $85 hybrid? So that's the one of the
Right.
biggest complications for polycarb or plastics or hybrid yo-yos. Um, what else is in material world right now?
Well, there's like the combos, which are also a hybrid, but just different than what you would typically think when we're talking a hybrid like the Ghost V2. And by that I mean like the loadout SR.
Mhm.
like aluminum body hybrid seems to be. Um,
Or the stainless steel body with aluminum rim slingshot. The only
yeah.
one to ever do it.
Or
EDRM.
the well, I don't know what number, but Ryan's agent model,
Yeah, that will well that's kind of just having polycarb caps.
technically a hybrid though.
Yeah, but so let's do the PC rim. What what happens there is so you're getting a PC rim. You would think it would be cheaper than a bimetal, but honestly, it's if you machine stainless steel or polycarb, it's going to be the same. Well, not the same, but you're in the same ballpark. And
Hmm.
you can't machine the PC rims as precisely as the stainless steel or titanium. So that's why on the SR, there's the disclaimer you're going to feel nail vibe on the PC rims. But where if you touch the aluminum body, the yo-yo is perfectly smooth. Um, but it offers a few different things. There's more color options. Well, I take that back because you can anodize if you did aluminum rims to almost anything. Um, but there's more color options than stainless steel. And the big thing here is players like that when you're in mid combo, if you touch the rim on polycarb or aluminum, it's usually fine. If you hit stainless steel or titanium, it likes to grab, right? So there's an aspect there for the polycarb rims, softer when you get headshot for the April Fool's safety rims, and you also you can get wider on a yo-yo without increasing the B grade or vibe percentages. So as you go, usually as you take mass and push it away from the axle, you have a harder time making a smooth yo-yo. So you can take polycarb rims, increase the width of the yo-yo a good bit without adjusting the mass almost at all. So overall, the yo-yo is still going to be smooth, and you have those soft rims, and you can cover up brass if you don't want the brass to be exposed. You could even cover up stainless steel or an aluminum piece. But I think that's one of the big factors that people don't think about is that you can go wider without taking the mass out wide. So that helps when you're making a polycarb rim yo-yo. You can also it also moves the mass in like a smaller yo-yo. So you get a different feel when your mass is closer to the axle, I guess, both ways, diameter and width.
Mhm.
So you can get a bigger diameter and a bigger width without moving weight out.
That makes sense. I hadn't thought about that either.
So when you have a heavy yo-yo very rim weighted and bigger, it gets that kickback feeling because it's
Yep.
so hard to get the yo-yo up to speed when it's rolling down the string. Um, so you need the weight in on the diameter level so that it can get up to speed quicker. If you go out too far, it takes it a long time to get up to speed and unwind. So you can increase the diameter with polycarb rims, and your weight is staying closer to the axle so it can get up to speed quicker and get rid of that kickback feeling.
Could be the
So
move.
there's actually a lot of design properties that you can use with it. You're just inducing the fact that you have to be okay with the fingernail vibe on the polycarb.
Yeah, which I'm fine with.
I'm fine with it completely as play and selling it. It's just that added factor of when you get something from G2, this is the first time that, hey, you're going to have a little fingernail vibe. Um, where if I made that like the regular loadout, no vibe, right? So it's just an extra disclaimer that people get used to and you slowly adjust to.
Trying to think what else is out there. Well, there's
I mean,
plating.
plating's really hard because the way it messes with the bearing seat. So plating is an actual buildup. So for the most part,
So you would have to make the design like shrunken inwards a little bit to account for that buildup,
yes, and hope the build
or
is consistent and what you're expecting. Or you could use side effects. This is a really good case for side effects because the side effects are just anodized for your bearing seat, and you can plate the halves. And those tolerances don't matter as much as just the bearing seat. But like
But
you'll see
there's no
most,
way to not there's no way to not plate the bearing seat if you're plating the rest of the yo-yo.
well, there's multiple issues there. You don't want a raw aluminum bearing seat. It's going to fuse to your bearing. Um, so then by the time that you're going to mask off a yo-yo, anodize a bearing seat, and then somehow plate the rest, there's just multiple things that can go
Too many
badly, and
variables.
the cost is just stacking up quickly. So yeah, you'll see most of the time copper plated stuff is B grades because it just it's unfortunate it doesn't work quite right.
So copper plated, nickel plated. I know One Drop did some silver plated,
I have gold plated
and
aftershock and
then you
plates.
you had the gold plated.
Hmm.
I think that's the only
Yeah,
things
One
I've
Drop let
seen
me use their
plated.
nickel plater a couple times, and I think that I don't know what happened. They lost their QC at that shop, and they stopped doing it or what. But we had done the Albatross, Nessie, and Triton and Quake.
There was nickel banshees, right?
I don't think that were sold. There was definitely copper banshees that weren't sold.
Yeah. Third sponsor, Toilet Circle's looking for a copper banshee. The dirty penny banshee. In contrast to the shiny new penny
Mhm.
elite.
Yeah, I do like the new penny. Um, try material. We could talk about that. And like if one of your materials is not polycarb, it doesn't really make sense to me.
Well, so that would be like polycarb over like a brass ring for weight, like you were talking.
Yeah, which that that makes sense. But if you're gonna have a stainless steel rim and a brass rim, like I think you design the yo-yo in a way to get the weight where you want it, and then add one rim. Unless it's just purely for aesthetics and you want like a ring in the cup and a ring in the catch zone. Um, for the most part, that from a design sense doesn't make a ton of sense to me.
So what was that one that Yo-Yo Factory did a couple years ago? The bind, 3 layers. Okay, so it wasn't tri-material, it was bimetal, but they had like a an outer aluminum ring over the inner brass ring.
Yeah, so for that, like you're adding to me,
There's a lot of different stuff going on with that.
you're adding a step that didn't need to be there. Um,
Yeah, that's just like a place something could go wrong, I feel like,
I would just make the
in the
rim bigger.
machining process.
Um, the kind
I'm
of cool
machining.
thing is, I don't know what yo-yo it was, but when you push the rim on, there's a hollow area, which so you have your rim of your yo-yo. It's whatever. Rim of your yo-yo out here. I don't have a ring to put, but you would basically have a big hollow section that's closed off. So it's almost like a capped rim. Instead of capping the whole thing, you're pressing a rim onto the rim of the yo-yo, and there's a hollow section in it. I think it's just an interesting idea. I don't think that it's something you're going to notice on play because you can just design to have that difference of weight at the rim than trying to make a little hollow section.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what yo-yo that was. That doesn't sound familiar to me, but it's pretty wild concept.
So Arbiter, I mean, unrelated. Looking at the stack of yo-yos. Arbiter Tiss is what won the vote, and I'm struggling to not override it and do the elite.
Why not both?
Do both. We just talked about titanium markets not there to let alone two Tisses. Um,
Is that the E23?
yeah, so I'm thinking how cool slightly wider E23. I like this shaping. Um,
Well, so
Titanium
now that makes
body,
me think
stainless steel rims.
an E23 SR would be good.
Well, I'm really stuck on this TIS idea
Yeah.
because of how nice this would look as raw titanium with then colored stainless steel rims, or when you get the brass
Or
rims.
brass.
Oh,
Now you're talking my language.
yeah. Oh, Cherry Bomb Elite 23. We just dropped the Cherry Bomb.
SR?
It's ours. So do you think I can talk the people out of the Arbiter and into the Elite 23? Which would have your vote?
I don't know that I have a preference between the two of those. I think both of them would be really good.
It's hard for me to say because the AL7 Arbiter X SS is like my favorite yo-yo, the way it plays. Yeah, that guy right there. But I just think the E23 in the
It's
TIS
like,
ideas is perfection.
yeah. I mean, that would look really good.
I could probably talk him into it if I said I'll give you a monometal arbiter.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think?
I mean, I think you could probably talk them into whatever or just do it because it's your company.
That is true, but I like to get feedback from the fans and let them drive to what they want a little bit.
Yeah. Well, maybe the Arbiter TISS just gets pushed.
While
And
the
that's like
E25 happens,
the Jake's birthday 26 model.
E26, it's titanium SS Elite. Oh, the thing dreams are made of. Like that thing has been stuck in my head now for like 2 weeks.
The, yeah. Or even this is different, but like the T52, but with the E23 shape, the T26.
I could maybe the Arbiter T52 would talk them out of the Arbiter TIS.
Ooh, that's a good one actually, yeah. And give it that same treatment, like bump it out a little wider or whatever.
Yeah, we'll update the width and give it a fat titanium rounded rim.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that could really be the move.
Could be the move. Oh, I forgot. We have something to do. I was getting ready to close the pod. Have you been thinking about this whole time? Guys, we have this
I
draft of sports feelings.
I had forgotten
From
about
the
it.
fan perspective, right? Perspective. You're not a player. Like this is not including playing the sports in your top draft of feelings of sports fandom. This is on the backs of me seeing a post on X that it's a great time to be a New York football fan. The Giants are 0-3, the Jets are 0-3, and then
Bills are
it was fact checked that the only team in New York is the Bills, and they didn't list them.
well, are the Bills 3-0?
Um, let's see. They beat the Ravens. Yeah, Bills are 3-0.
So it is a great time to be a New York sports fan
Exactly.
because they're 3-0.
And they're the only team in New York. And this comes then thinking about you toilet circling at the Bills tailgate, which is probably going to be your number one feeling. All right, you want first pick or
Number
me?
one, your toilet circle from the tailgate going viral.
I'm gonna give you first pick.
All right, I will say you're a fan at the thing and your team wins on like well, it depends on the sport, but a buzzer beater or
Yeah,
like a
buzzer
walk
beater.
off.
So whether it's a walk-off field goal, buzzer beater basketball, a walk-off run in the ninth, whatever it is, the buzzer beater. Um, that is definitely deserves to be a number one pick. Um, I'm gonna put it there for my number one pick, and that is winning a championship. We've
That's
got
fair.
one in my lifetime as a Cleveland fan, so the championship is gonna be my first pick.
Who, the Cavs?
Yeah.
That's fair. Um,
We're
hmm,
snaking this. Get out of here. So the next sports feeling draft pick I'm going to take. There's a lot of good ones here. Um, and I'm just going to take going to a playoff game. The playoff atmosphere that's surrounding the day up to the game, the days up to the game, it's different than much other feelings in sports. So just the atmosphere and then being at a playoff game. Specifically, I'm thinking of a baseball game because baseball's coming into the playoffs here, but playoff game for the Cavs has also been incredible. Browns, not sure how that is, but the city was different when Baker was here and we had a playoff game. But I'm taking playoff atmosphere.
Baker is kind of crushing it. Um, yeah, my second pick I'd probably take just like the tailgate,
That's on there, tailgate.
and then third rounder, probably like your favorite player just going on a like an absolute tear. You know what I mean? Like just
So
crushing it,
let's call that like
hot streak.
a historic night or mm, like a memorable performance, like a Hall of Fame performance.
Yeah, something like
So we're
that.
saying like you're saying like Josh Allen throws for 5 touchdowns. I'm saying like, you know, Garland goes for 71 points or something like
I don't know who Garland is, but yeah,
basketball
sure.
player. But yeah, so just a historic night for a player. Somebody go hits for the cycle or a no hitter. That would be
Hmm.
that's a different experience, maybe on its own. I am going to take the big comeback
That's
win,
good.
and then
Especially if all the fake fans left.
yeah, I'm talking like you know, for this situation, you said like historic game for somebody. This is a historic comeback. Like Cavs were down 3-1 in the finals, only time for it ever to happen. Or whatever. You're down by 5 in the bottom of the ninth and come back and win. Down by 14 in the fourth quarter, come back and win. So huge comeback win. That's one of the all-time experiences as a sports fan. And for my fourth round, last round pick, I'm gonna take when your parlay hits.
That's good. That's a good bet right there. Damn. Um, hmm. Fan experience. I don't even know.
Like I have a couple like your national team wins. So like if it's anything that's like Olympics or USA for us. Do you want me to pitch you my other idea I have on here?
So no, there's a couple I'm like tossing around, like, and one might be a little bit overlapped with your playoff game, but like you go to
Rivalry game.
like a rivalry game or something that's like a big game and it's like a really packed house, good crowd. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like just
Yeah, sold out
electric
crowd,
atmosphere.
big game. Being in that
Yeah,
moment, you feel different.
it hits different.
Hmm.
Or there's like, no, I got it. And this might overlap with yours, but like the victory parade,
Championship parade.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that goes with championship, but I'll give you the parade.
Because like I
Would you go to the
was
Red Sox or something?
no, I didn't go to the Red Sox parade, but I was in Barcelona when they won Champions League, and it was the year they won the Spanish League, the Champions League, and some other thing. And the city went nuts. It was sick. Like,
I regret not going to the Cavs parade, but seeing those pictures of over 1 million people just like flooding the city, so like that would be an experience. So like a parade, a first parade for a city is like, you know what I mean? Like New England when the
yeah,
Patriots win 6 times, that 6-1 doesn't hit the same.
yeah. And there's some cities that just don't do it the same. Like Philadelphia, they're like ripping light posts down on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, they grease the post, right?
Yeah,
But that's part of it.
yeah. So,
All right. I think I won that draft too.
no, but the other one was like catching a home run
Oh, that'd be
ball in the
sweet.
stands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or,
I'm in on that.
like
Like catching, yeah, or whatever it is. Like you don't get to keep the basketball. I think you do get to keep the football.
if they toss it to you,
Yeah,
or
if they
like you're right there and the guy scores a touchdown and like jumps up like
get to
right
dunk it
by
in on
you.
him.
Yeah. And like, you're shirtless with a big V painted on your chest for the Vikings or whatever, and it's like negative 10 degrees out.
Yep. Your nipples are a different color you've never seen before. The Lambo leap.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. What do you want on three?
Um,
Magpie on
what?
three.
All right, yeah, Magpie on three.
Magpie
One,
on three.
two,
One,
three.
two, three. Magpie.
Magpie. Later.